That was ridiculous timing. Hold on. Hello? Hey, I've got super bad service, so I don't expect this to last. I'm surprised I can hear you, though. It's been like no bars or maybe one bar every once in a while. I'm camping. I'm kind of near Bend, an area called Camp Sherman. I'm actually recording video. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, good. I mean, I'm sorry that it's a delay, but at least you're, you know. Meg? No, I think I lost you. Okay. This is the hard part. Oop. Shit. Okay. This really is the hard part. I thought for a while about what I wanted to say, how I wanted to express a part of being in the outdoors that really affects me. Because there's a lot. There's a lot to choose from for me. I enjoy so much about it, and I want to share it. But trying to kind of narrow it down or to distill it hasn't been easy. And I think I've settled on something. And it's something that I connect with really strongly, and I don't think many people really experience it the way I do. And it's that I want you to cozy up to nature. It's maybe a weird thing to say. When I go camping, I don't want to just stay at the campfire or just stay in the tent or the camper. I want to get intimate with nature. And for me, one of the big facilitators for that has been photography, because it inspires me to get out and look closely and get down on the ground, get close to nature. But even outside of the context of photography or video, I just want to see it. I want to experience it. I want to get close. I want to investigate. I want to peer under leaves and see what's under rocks and logs. Those are all great, but then there's this aspect of being out in nature that is entirely temporal. That one moment from the next is unpredictable, unknowable, and will be unique, because you'll have a coming together of events, whether it's the light, the weather, or animals, the flora. It's all a variable that is a bit random, and you can't just go out there once and experience it and then know what it is. It's always different, and it's amazing. And I think you can really miss that if you think of nature as a landmark or a tourist destination that you go up to, look at, and or take a selfie in front of, and then you have done nature. All right, I got it. I natured myself. And I just think that's missing the boat by so much, you gotta get in there. You gotta get dirty. You gotta get wet. You have to get hot and cold, and you have to get bit by bugs. And I know that doesn't sound fun, but it is. It's amazing. And the more that you can cultivate your sense of sensory adventure, experience the full spectrum of your sensory capabilities, feel all of the textures and temperatures, hear the beautiful sounds of nature or the lack of sounds of human activity. You want to smell it, because you don't get these things in a city. You don't walk around a city and just smell the like it's not there. You don't go up to a building and be like, oh, this building smells so good. It's not a thing. But you can go up to a tree and you can just stick your nose right into that tree and smell it, and it's amazing. And that's missing from a normal life separated from nature. The trees here where I'm camping now, you may think that it's ridiculous, but they literally smell like butterscotch. Like, you stick your nose in the bark of some of these pines, they smell like butterscotch. It's amazing. I love it. And I'm always, now that I know that, I'm always doing it. Separately, I'm camped next to an absolutely pristine little creek here. And there's just so much life around it. I found a log to lay on and just kind of let the creek go by me and listen to the sounds, watch the light play on the water, see how the ripples are created. Watching the transition from super smooth water into a rippled feature. There's so much, and it's so specific to the moment, because you can walk by it and just not get any of that. But if you're there for a little bit, if you slow down and if you explore with curiosity and interest, there's an absolute overabundance of mind-blowing beauty. I think I partly attribute my skill, if you will, of seeing that to photography, because it taught me how to see. Boy, I get into those moments where the light is being filtered in just such a way and it's reflecting in just such a way, and I love that. I can just be overwhelmed with the sheer volume of beauty in a very small area. I've just been camped here for a day and a night, and I haven't even explored farther than maybe 100 feet from this spot. And I feel like I've hardly seen any of it. That there's so much. Every little square inch is something of interest if you've got a curious mind and a tuned sense for receiving it. I don't mean to get too woo-woo or anything, but I believe it, that if you're sensitive and receptive to it, there's just absolutely no end to the enlightening experience that you can have in nature. I spent some time today and yesterday just getting comfortable, laying down on a log, finding different positions that I can get cozy in. Don't think that you have to be on a soft, flat bed to be comfortable. That's a relatively new invention. That the randomness of nature actually provides you with an unlimited set of options to get comfortable in, and it's really fun to kind of find a little spot that you can get a perch on and get comfortable, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. You don't have to sleep 8 hours there. Just get cozy. Listen to the water. Listen to the birds. And then on a separate note, and a not insignificant note, I feel the same way about campfires. I think I think people do campfires incorrectly, if that's possible. A campfire, you should get close. Like, you should be laying on the ground right next to it, because a fire is, it's a glorious show, and it's all for you, and you can take it all in, and each one is different. You get this wonderful transition from this, smoky start, and then the big flames, and lots of crackling and popping, lots of activity, and then things start calming down, and they start settling, and you start getting a beautiful coal bed. And I'm like looking over at the fire ring right now, remembering the fire from last night. And it may look kind of cliched to you if you're used to seeing, say, I don't know, movies of cowboys laying next to the campfire, but it's worth doing. I cleared out a little spot from this ridiculously large fire ring that's at this campsite, just so I could actually get close to the fire and not have it obstructed by the rocks. And put something down on the ground and lay down next to your fire. Get your fire poking stick ready, because just playing with the fire and managing it is it's wonderful. Another aspect is fire timing is crucial. And what I mean by that is, you don't want to come to the end of your evening when you're ready to go to bed, but there's still a huge fire. For one thing, it's wasteful, but also because you miss out on at least one of my favorite parts of the fire, which is that beautiful coal bed. When you're watching the fire get lower and lower and lower, the flames get smaller and dimmer until it's just a few flickering flames, and you can get lost in the light play on the coals, because the coals have their own light. That's an internal light, and then the flames are lighting them from the outside, and you get this little dance as the flames pop up in different spots, and it's lighting different sides of the coal, and then the coal has its own glow. It's absolutely beautiful, it's wonderful, it's mesmerizing, and I feel like people miss it because they have a big fire, and then they put the fire out and they go to bed. But if you time it right, where you can actually lay with the fire and be with it for its, we'll say, its natural life. I don't mean to give it too much of a human characteristic, but for its natural lifespan, you can experience that full process. You end up then mirroring it. And what I mean is you get to experience sort of emotionally that transition from a more lively, exciting, and interactive time to this gradual winding down. And it helps relax you in a wonderful way. And of course, the whole time you're experiencing all of this wonderful heat, that's this radiated infrared heat that feels amazing, and I believe it to be a healthy, wonderful thing. And you just get to soak it up, and you get to feast your eyes on this beautiful dance of light on the coals. But don't short circuit the fire, and don't sit up on a high chair 6 feet away from it. Get close, cozy up to your fire, take a nap next to a stream, stick your nose in a tree. Just get in there and get intimate, get close, and open up your senses. That's enough for now. I'm sure you get it, and I can be a little bit wordy. But thank you, and get out there and check it out. Okay, folks, I thought I'd take a minute. Let's start that over. All right, I thought I'd take a minute to answer the question that literally nobody has been asking me. Let's do that one again. Hey. Okay.